What's up everybody, Tony here with iTech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at Soliom's SP10 indoor-outdoor home security camera. This is a totally wireless camera, works on battery. Soliom has said that they are going to include a solar panel later on, so you don't have to worry about changing or charging out the batteries. It is a 1080p camera. It works solely on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It has an app that you can use with Android and iOS. It has cloud and built-in SD card storage. It also has a built-in AI to detect whether or not its motion that it picks up is a person, a pet, even an object. It has also infrared, and it also has two-way communication. So if you need to talk to somebody on the other side of the camera, you can talk to them and they can talk to you. It's also IP65 waterproof. So if you need to have it outside and it gets wet a little bit, you don't have to worry about it getting ruined. We're going to test out all the features. I'm going to show you them all, but first let's go ahead and see what you get inside the box. Okay, so here we have our manuals and booklets and whatnot, warranty cards. Here is the base that it comes with. This does rotate, so if you need to, you can set it up pretty much any way you want it to outside. Here's a USB micro charging cable. So here are your mounting tools. There's also a little micro SD card ejector in there as well. And then here's a 3M adhesive. So here is the camera itself. It's made of all plastic. It does have some good heft to it. It's got the little speaker in the back there, and then I'm assuming this is your power button on the top. Here's a little another cover, rubber cover to cover the back here. And this is where you can screw in like a mount if you need to. And on the bottom, there's a little rubber gasket that covers the micro SD card and the charging port. Then if you want to use this inside, you can either, I'm assuming, mount it to maybe like a tripod or something like that. It looks like you just take your camera and you can just point it in the direction that you want to record in. So it just stands up just like that. And like I said, it is totally wireless. It has a built-in battery that should last you quite some time. You don't have to, plug it in if you don't want to, but it does have the option to plug it into the wall if you want to have it mounted inside, or if you have somewhere outside that you have a power outlet, you can plug this into that as well. But it's really made to be totally wireless. And there's the charging port on the bottom there, as well as the SD card slot. So this doesn't come with an SD card. You can purchase one yourself if you want, up to 128 gigs, or you can just use the free cloud storage that Soliom offers you. And then as for the mount that comes with it, it is all plastic again. You just mount this wherever you need to, and then you can go ahead and screw this onto the bottom of the base. If you tighten it up, it tightens the little ball here so the camera won't move around, and then it just kind of stands around like that. And you can easily take it off if you need to charge it up, because this is magnetic. It's pretty neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the app real quick. It's pretty simple, easy to use. It doesn't take more than a couple minutes to actually set up the device. And then once we're set up, this is pretty much what the app is going to look like when you first open it. It has a couple things at the bottom here. It has your home, which is what we're on right now. There's your library that shows you all the different motion detections that it got. You can also click on one. You also have the option to download it. You can delete it. You can share it, or mark it as something you want to, look back on later. And then you can also pick which date you want to choose for a particular event that happened. And as you can see on the 28th, there is a little green dot to let you know that there actually was some events on that date that were captured on the camera. Then we have our user at the bottom here. At the top, we have our Awareness Plus, which you're going to want if you want to use some of the zone features, and I'll show you those in a second. It comes with a 30-day free trial, like I said, and then once it's up, you get 7 days of cloud storage. One thing that is super important when you first open the camera app, you're going to see that it's going to offer you the Awareness Plus for a free 30-day trial. It's very important that you go ahead and take the 30-day free trial, because if you don't, you're not going to continue to get that 7 days free once this trial is up. Once the trial's up, you don't have to pay for anything, but you can pick a plan if you want after your trial is up. Then we have our device manager, where you can change some of the settings for each one of your devices. I only have one. Your language, location management, feedback, and such. So we'll go ahead and go back to home. And if you want to get back into that section where you chose the date for the event, it's this little icon with the clock. It'll bring you into all your events. Then we go back to home. We have our settings, which is this little octagonal looking icon. You can go and click that and it'll take into your settings. As you can see, it shows the Wi-Fi signal, which is excellent right now. It's in power saving mode. We have our network name, the location, our motion detection. You can turn that off and on. You can change the sensitivity. I keep mine on high because I like everything to be captured. If you want to record video, you can turn that on and off. The duration, I choose 20 seconds for the length of the video that it captures. Resolution is either 1080p or 720. You can also turn on the alarm. And we have our activity zones. As you can see, it can do up to 3 different zones. So if you want a particular place to be monitored instead of the whole screen, you can set each individual activity zone. And I'll show you here. We can kind of change that to make a smaller section if we want. So if you only want the bottom left-hand corner monitored, you can, which is really nice, because if you don't need the whole, everything in the picture to be monitored, you can change that to a little section. So that's always nice. And there's 3 different zones. Your notification settings, you can have them the push notification sent to your phone like a text. You can also choose whether or not you only want notifications for persons, pets, and vehicles. And if you turn, those off, then it'll just send you notifications for everything that it pretty much picks up. So, okay, so here, as you can see, I do have some notifications that the camera did pick up motion, and this is what it shows when you don't have any of that smart detection turned on, such as person, pet, or vehicle. It'll only tell you that motion was detected by camera. And then this is what it shows if you do have that AI turned on. As you can see, I was notified that there was a person detected and there was a pet detected. But if we go into the actual app, this is from yesterday. As you can see, I did have those specific notifications turned on for people and pets, and here it shows some events that were detected by only pets and some that were detected by people, some people and pets. So here is the one that was detected of my dog. Go get mommy. Go get mommy. So as you can see, it detected my dog. And then we'll go back to one where it detected a person. And this is just me coming out of the room. And then these are both those clips I just showed you, but downloaded onto the phone. As you can see, they're much smoother and a lot clearer. Go get mommy. Go get mommy. We'll keep those on. You can turn that off if you want. And we have the night vision settings. You can turn on the night vision. You can change the sensitivity level. I have mine on high. You can also turn off the night vision as well, especially if you have your camera behind glass. You're going to want to turn off the night vision because it's just going to bounce back that light into the camera, and you're not going to be able to see anything. So if your camera's behind glass, you're going to want to illuminate something that you want to see from outside, not using the night vision on the camera. And then we have your SD card video. So here you can go and kind of scrub through things that were captured, kind of like where we saw where you could pick the date and the event. This is kind of like the same thing. It just kind of goes through that through during the day. As you can see, the times at the top, you can kind of just scroll through, and little gray areas are the events that happen that it picked up. And we have our advanced settings. It shows the device name, you can change it, the battery level, the signal strength, your time zone, system version, build, firmware updates, voice language, and your SD card. And then if you want to share your camera with somebody else, you can use the share there at the bottom. And then there's remove device. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much straightforward, very easy to use. The picture quality is actually pretty good. It's only 1080p, but it's pretty smooth. I noticed even when you zoom in, it's not really super pixelated. It's pretty much smoothed out as well. And you can also change from high definition to regular definition if you don't have a good enough connection. But when you put it on high definition, the picture is actually really good. So here, as you can see, it's kind of like the full view that you get with the camera. As you can see, there's the standard definition, or you can put it on high definition or auto. I like to have mine on high. You can also talk to whoever's on the other end of the camera if you just hold in this little microphone here.
And then here's a little example of what your voice sounds like coming through your phone to talk to whoever's on the other end of the camera.
And then you can go ahead and talk to whoever's on the other end. You can also activate the alarm with the little alarm button here that looks like a little bell. You can turn your sound on and off. So if you don't want to listen to what's going on the other end, you can turn the sound off. And then here we have our little camera, so you can take a photograph if you want. And then you can also take video of what you're seeing, and that will be saved directly onto your phone's storage. And then here's what I'm talking about. So we'll zoom in. As you can see, it's still fairly clear. It's not really super pixelated. You can really make out that there's a person there. It definitely looks a lot clearer than some of the other cameras that I've done reviews for. So that's pretty good. And then here's a downloaded video clip from the app during the day. As you can see, the video is pretty clear and very smooth. Lag also isn't really that bad. It's not real time. I would probably say it's about a half a second behind. Here's a little high definition nighttime shot that I wanted to test out. I wanted to see how far away I could go and the camera still really reliably make out who I was. And back by the kitchen, you can see you can't see me really at all. Back by the wall is about 15 feet, and then right here is about 8 to 9 feet. So that's pretty much optimal for it capturing a really good image at night. It's also normal for you to see the infrared lights on your camera turn off because that's how it saves power. It only turns on when it detects motion. And then here you also can see all of your cameras in kind of like a little grid view, or you can choose to have it like this. And that's pretty much it for the app. So now that we've taken a look at all of the camera's features, would I recommend this camera to you guys? And the answer is definitely yes. It's got a lot of good things going for it. It's got a great picture. It's got good sound, especially if you're using it indoors. The app is very easy to use, and it gives you those couple different options as far as cloud storage or local storage. One of the really great things that keeps down on the amount of false detection is not only that AI, but is also the zone detection. I have another camera in my house that sends me alerts for notifications, and it doesn't have that zone alerting in it. And I have like a little branch of a tree that kind of moves during the day and blows around a lot from wind, and I get a lot of false notifications. And if I could just cancel out that one little piece where that branch is, I wouldn't get notified all the time. So that comes in handy a lot with this camera. I love the versatility of it. You can use it indoor and outdoor. You can use it battery, or if you use it indoor, you can use it with a power source, so you don't have to worry about changing out that battery. And that magnetic mount makes it that much easier if you do have it outside and it is on battery. You can just easily pull it down, charge it up, and put it right back up there without having to remount everything. There were a couple things that I kind of wish were a little better. They're not deal breakers, but there are things that I just wanted to let you know and things that I've noticed. One is the night vision. It's not the best, but it does light up the area a little bit below the camera where it needs to to have detection. And especially if you're going to be using this outside, they do actually make infrared LED bulbs that are invisible to your eye, but the camera can see perfectly fine. So when you look through the camera, everything looks lit up as if lights were on outside. So you can get that, especially if you have this inside your home looking out. The other thing I wanted to touch on was the fact that it is battery only. It doesn't have that solar panel yet. That's one thing that would make this totally maintenance free, because it is kind of a pain in the butt, especially if more than one of these, to go out there, pull it down, charge the battery up, and hope that you remembered to do that at some point before something happened and then you forgot to charge the battery and it didn't get that motion detection. So once they come out with that solar panel, this thing will become pretty much maintenance free and it'll be that much better. But that's pretty much it, guys. I will also be putting a link in the description for this camera in case you guys want to check it out yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Later.